what is method overloading? Method overloading is that we have the method with the same names but different weight and different data type of the parameters inside the function. For example, we have a function product which takes two integers and then multiply the both integers and return the output. And we have another function with the same name but it takes three parameters instead of two integer numbers and then multiply all of these three integers and return its product. So we have another method product but it takes four float numbers, not integer. It takes four floating numbers. So there's also a change of data type in function as well as the number of parameters. So there's another function with the same name and it takes the 5 integer number instead of 2, 3 or 4. So in method overloading we have the same method name but we can increase the number of parameters as much as we want, and we can also change the data type of parameters we give inside the product. So method overloading allows us to change the signature and the weight of the function with the same name. So let's see how we can achieve this method overloading in Python. So let's create a method product which takes two number and then return its product. So let's call this function product 10 20 and first let's just print it. So yes, the product is 200. So now we are going to create another function with the same name but with different parameters. Let's say we have now three numbers instead of two and we want the product of three numbers. Okay, so now we are gonna call 10 20 30. So basically, or you can say ethically, it should call first this function and then it should call this function, because first we are giving the two parameters and then we are giving the three parameters. But in Python, overloading is not possible in this way, so it will give the error because after this function it has overwritten the previous function, so the computer is only taking this function. So whenever we give the parameters inside the function with this name product, it says that the function is taking three parameters but you are giving it only two parameters, so one parameter is missing. So it will only work in case of three parameters because the latest function we wrote is taking the three number. So overloading in Python is not possible. However, in other languages we can do the overloading in this way. So in order to achieve this overloading, we have to use the dispatch decorator. So let's explore what the dispatch decorator is. So from multiple dispatch, import dispatch. So this is a decorator. I will explain it a little bit late. So first we have to use this dispatch before the function. Now we have to give the parameter. Let's say we want the product of two integer number, and then we have the function name product, and we have the first number and then we have the second number, and the both numbers are integer because we have defined the data types of these numbers in dispatch function. So now the result is A into B, and now print. And now again for the second function I have to define again dispatch, and this time let's say I need the floating number, three floating numbers, and I want to find the product of these three numbers. And now I have to write the function name again with the same name ABC. Okay, so now we can call both the functions. First I'm gonna call the function with the two numbers, and then I will call the function with three parameters. So let's see what output it gives. Okay, so it is giving us error line number 13. Okay, so basically we have to give the float, but these were the integers 2.2, 3.1, 2.0. So first call this function. The computer knows here that we gave only two parameters, so definitely it will go inside this function. It will ignore this function because the computer will detect that it is taking the three parameters, but we gave the two parameters, so it will find the function with the matching parameters and then will execute that function. So, and in this case we gave the floating numbers and three floating numbers, so definitely it went into this function and then executed this. So what is the dispatch accurator? What actually it does, in the backend, dispatcher creates an object which stores different implementation, and on runtime it selects the appropriate method as the type and number of the parameters passed. So with the help of dispatcher we can achieve the method overloading in Python, and we have to import the dispatch from the multiple dispatch library. Yeah, so this is how we can achieve the method overloading.